pace with control of this race. Here comes a run from Davey Hazard. He blocks the 10. Not going to be enough. Ryan Pace is going to win at Talladega.
Curry trying to hold off Wilson. He's done a good job so far. Wilson, one last desperate attempt to the bottom. He won't get there. Nick Curry wins at Bristol.
Coming out turn number 2, coming down the back straightaway here. Looks like he's in a class of his own right now.
Merzlak, one final time, get around the 55, big time send.
He hits the wall, he hits it, he gets the lead, but can he hang on to it? Oh my goodness, he made it to the line!
Big push down the backstretch is going to give him a good run through the corners.
Just a little bit
follow from the 1.
A little bit of contact there for second, but coming to the line, Toby Roberson's going to take home the checkered flag and victory here from the new Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Before I wrap things up here in this segment, your thoughts on the type of race we're going to see tonight? And I would have to agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to tonight's feature presentation of the Gateway 200 as part of our coverage of the HVRL Maverick Cup Series here live on JTN. Hello and welcome, folks. My name is JoeTowNetwork, joining you here tonight from just outside of St. Louis here on the other side of the river, the mighty Mississippi in Illinois. Hello and welcome, folks. Can't thank you enough for tuning in to JTN tonight. As always, when we start off these broadcasts, make sure if you haven't already, click the like button on the video, subscribe, follow us, do all those things, help support us here on JTN. We can't thank you enough for tuning in. This, of course, is your Gateway 200 race preview presented by AutoSim2. AutoSim2, now available on Steam. We encourage you to go check that game out. The premier text-based motorsports simulation game. It's AutoSim2, fully customizable, the best game on the web. Go check it out. Again, available now on Steam, and we don't say that in hyperbole or in jest. 100 laps here around this about mile and a quarter racetrack. A very unique set of corners. One side more banked, the other wider and sweeping. We funnel down into turn 1. We spread out into turn 3. It's going to be a fun night of racing here from Gateway, and it's going to be another challenge for these drivers here in the Maverick Cup Series. Practice is underway to start tonight's race. You see cars out there on track right now. You see times at the top of your screens. Scrolling across on the ticker, see Tristan in chat. He's running a better FRP car tonight. Rick Weeks cheering on the Snyders here tonight. Welcome in, Rick. And folks, if you're out there, make sure you say hello. We'd love to hear from you here tonight. Tell us who you think's going to win tonight's race, who you're cheering for. Always like to keep up to date, keep up with the Joneses, as it were. We have a couple storylines coming into tonight's race. One, though, if we call back to last week, we interviewed the driver of this number 86 Cadillac, Joshua Mercurio, after another podium finish. Last week, a second-place run out there in Atlanta. Joshua was pretty confident. He called his shot. He said, I'm going to win this race this week. You're going to be talking to me first, Joe. And, well, Joshua, we're going to watch and see. And the shot has been called like the great Bambino once did. Max says Mountain Dew Care. Okay, alright. Fair enough. Other stories here tonight. Let's see if we can't find these. Oh, wait. Oh, look at that. Who's that on the hood? That's Davey Hazard. On the hood, Tristan Grace's car. Look at that. Our very own Davey Hazard. Look at that car. Absolutely love it, Tristan. Good job. Look at that. That's called pandering to your broadcasters. My server got reset. Gotta hopefully get things rolling here soon. Wade Davis making his first start. And the number 68 car here tonight. In replacement of Joseph Landy Pavlin, who was being filled in for by Dallas Shake, who was suspended after actions last week at Atlanta. Phil Parker also this week going to be in the 89 car. filling in there. Herbert Solomon back this week for the first time since Richmond in the 048. Server has been completely kicked back, it would appear. All right. We're in Madison, Illinois. Everyone's jumping back in now. Fran Gomez, first start since Phoenix in the 222. As always, appreciate the big billboards here giving directions to the drivers. Let's see if we can't get some good views here. These ones down the back. So, billboard closest to us says, brakes help avoid anger when used. Give it a try. Billboard in the middle, lap cars, please pit second time by to drop to the back. And then sign the furthest away. Hard to tell what it says. There we go. If a car is slow, it's okay to pass beside them instead of through them. That's a classic right there. I believe there's one more down the front stretch. There's two more? No, just the one. There are slow cars here. Expect it and plan accordingly. The words of wisdom to all of these drivers here tonight. And as we're waiting for this thing and practice and happy hour to get kicked off here, again, can't thank you folks enough for tuning in to JTN tonight. Make sure if you haven't already, drop a like on the video, subscribe. Doing so helps support us so much here on JTN, the JoeTow Network. Remember, you can also follow us on our social media at JoeTow Network. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We're everywhere. Keep up to date with all things in the racing world. And just kind of waiting for this race to start. And we're resetting the server again. All right. Cam Smith, Cam, see you in chat. Driving that 88 Mountain Dew machine, the Dew crew, out in full force tonight. For some reason, my name is on the ticker. That's crazy. Yeah, we're just working practice here. We're just practicing. You see Mark Snyder in the 27 Landlord Leasing Ford. Or I'm sorry, that's a Kia. Wow. Unprofessional of me. There's Cam Smith in that 88. That's a Baja Blast Chevrolet. It's almost like it's the Baja Blast Zero because it's got the black base coat. Again, just kind of waiting for things to get kicked off here, folks. Can't thank you enough for watching wherever you're watching. Maybe you're watching in a new place. Maybe you're watching in an old place. Maybe you're watching for the first time. Maybe it's your 100th time. Can't thank you enough for tuning in, giving us some support here on a Tuesday night, Maverick Night in America. Use that hashtag. Thank you, Tristan. Thank you. Appreciate that. Also eerily quiet because we keep resetting the server, but it looks like we're going to qualifying now.
Drivers, to your cars.
Play big. Qualifying now underway. Driver's going to get out there on track and put down a fast lap or two. Interesting to note. Quality time is fun, right? Oh, quality time is always fun. Always. This is where you have all the fun. No, Tristan, I got it. I want to see you race. I don't want to talk. I want to talk to you after the race. That's when I want to talk to you. We'll be good. Just need cars to be racing. That's, you know, not working with much. We're just out here practicing. What's that practice? Whew, practice. It's been a fun start to the Maverick Cup Series season, right? We've seen some very interesting races in the first 8 events of the year. You had the road course in Mexico City a few weeks ago, a couple super speedways with Atlanta and Daytona. Bunch of intermediates, Richmond in there as well. It's been an interesting start to the year. Seth Cole right now, provisional pole, and with a 34.3. 6/600ths of a second quicker. In that first go around now, Alexander Brown throwing down a heater at a 34.0. Nick Gunther now outside, 34.1, almost a 34.2. You round up. Watching our qualifying times come in here on our timing and scoring. I really wish we could use our pylon. All right, qualifying has concluded. Quick little session there. Let's go ahead and take you through tonight's starting lineup. Row 1 is going to be the 59 of Alexander Brown at 34.048. And to his outside, it'll be the 55 of Nick Gunther. Row 2 this evening, as we watch our pole sitter go ahead and run some laps here in happy hour, is going to be the 78 of Seth Cole and the 86 of Joshua Mercurio. Row 3 is the 80 of Trey Kinsey and the 6 of Tate Dorsey. On row 4 is the 88 of Cam Smith and the 82 of Keith Hughes. Rounding out your top 10 tonight, it'll be the 137 of Kez Hiller and the 61 of Anthony McCrory. Phil Parker in the 89 and Mark Snyder in the 27 will start on row 6. Row 7 tonight is the 300 of Tristan Grace and the 35 of Mike Carroll. Row 8 in 15th place is the 81 of Santiago Gutierrez and the 8 of Buddy Campos. In row 9, it'll be the 048 of Herbert Solomon and the 42 of Dylan Young. Benjamin Snyder in the 22 will roll off in 19th, and in 20th tonight it'll be the 77 of RJ Bishop. In row 11, it'll be the 738 of Matt McIntyre and the 103 of Zach Armstrong. Rounding out your field of 24 drivers here tonight is the 43 of Allison Rodrigo and the 222 of Fran Gomez. So 24 cars here tonight from Gateway, folks. So glad you're joining us. Make sure if you haven't already, drop a like, subscribe, follow, do all those things. Support us here on JTN. We can't thank you enough as always. And yeah, Let's have some fun here tonight from Gateway. Tell us who you think is going to win the race. Tell us who you're rooting for in chat. Say hello. Tell us what you're thinking. Maybe you have some interesting thoughts about the NASCAR All-Star race this past weekend. Go ahead, feel free to share them. We like to talk all things racing here during these broadcasts as well, and always love to facilitate some of those conversations there in chat. So again, can't thank you folks enough at home for tuning in here tonight. Yeah. Folks, that's about all I got. Dewey. I'd like to give a special shout out to the watch party going on right now. There's a couple watch parties going on right now. So, hello to those folks out there at Maverick Night in America watch parties. That's pretty insane. Welcome, Mikey. Yeah, Ryan having a watch party at his house. Heck yeah. There's a lot of watch parties out there. All right, let's get ready to rumble, folks. Cars being lined up down on the pit lane. Good luck to all the drivers, all you fans out there. You're going to have a great time. Maverick Night in America, race 9 of the 2024 season is about to get underway here. From Gateway. That wasn't loud and obnoxious. All right, here we go. Alexander Brown and Nick Gunther on row 1. Seth Cole, Joshua Mercurio, Trey Kinsey, Tate Dorsey, Cam Smith, Keith Hughes, Kez Hiller, and Anthony McCrory. Let's go racing indeed, Magoo. 100 laps here tonight from Gateway, folks. Strap in, enjoy, have fun, kick butt. It's going to be a good one here. Now we're gonna have fun night of racing. No pacing. This is about all we're gonna get tonight. I've just jinxed it, but then at least we can blame it on me and not the drivers tonight. Field makes their way off of turn number 4. Brown with control for the start of this race. Again, 100 laps here tonight from Gateway. Nick Gunther to the outside. Green flag, we're racing here. Race number 9 of the 2024 Maverick Cup Series season is underway. And we got Joshua Mercurio around in turn 1. Tate Dorsey just ran him over. First caution of the night out here. Corner 1, lap 1. Here's a replay. Tate just got in there too hot. Got right in the back of Mercurio. And, I don't know, I guess that's what happens when you trust a Nebraska fan. You need to read the Tate tip, that's right. For those that don't know, Tate Dorsey does a lot of the edits to these tracks to make them look nice and fun. So he does all those little tips that are around, and if you didn't read his own tip, you can pass the car around, you don't have to run through them. Hey, maybe it will be a long night, folks. I hope it's not. I hope it's a short night. And make sure if you haven't already, drop a like, subscribe, follow us on our social media, JoeTowNetwork. We've got a lot of great things that we're planning on doing, so we'd appreciate if you want... If you like what we do here on these broadcasts, I know you're going to like the energy we bring to all the other great stuff we do, especially over on Track and Turf now. It's about having fun again, folks. It's about having fun again. And so go check out Track and Turf over there. We'll post the link to this week's Fake Racers podcast during this broadcast, pin it in chat. But can't thank you folks enough for your support over there. Again, encourage you, if you haven't already, to go subscribe over there. We're going to have a lot of cool things relating to sim racing on Track and Turf as well. And maybe they'll migrate over here to JTN, and maybe we'll just rebrand the whole thing. Who knows? But can't thank you folks enough for tuning in tonight, showing your love, showing your support. Not only these drivers here in the Maverick Cup Series, but I know there's a lot of folks that I see the comments every week, and I appreciate all your support, is I guess what I'm trying to say, and can't thank you enough for it. Very wholesome moment here to start the race under this first caution, unfortunately, on lap 3. This is usually the break where the person that's co-commentating with me would say something very intelligent, make up for my lack of intelligence. And unfortunately, Dewey's not here tonight. Dewey out there watching in viewership land. So hope the travels went well, Dewey. And he has confirmed it did. Everybody deserves a little vacation. Joey especially. Go ahead, we went ahead and pinned that episode of the Fake Racers podcast. So cue that up for when the broadcast is up, because folks, guess what? We're about to go back green flag racing. Front row the same as they started. Alexander Brown on the bottom, Nick Gunther to the outside. Coming back green, coming to lap 5 of 100 here from Gateway. Alright. Let's try this again. Green flag, we're back to racing. You can see a big move there from 4th to get to the inside. Gonna send it deep down into the inside. See Seth Cole kind of struggling in that 78. We got one around. It's Allison Rodrigo in the back of the pack. Tristan Grace slow up there. Gonna make some contact. Caution gonna be out here for the second time tonight. We still have yet to make it through turn 1. Let's get you a replay. Shall we? No, he checked up again. Davey Hazard's big old head right through the back bumper of the 43. Bonk. So Tristan Grace gets in the back of Alice Rodrigo, sends the 43 around. Second caution. Second caution of the night. Davey did love playing Bonk. I wonder if Davey's watching tonight. I don't think he is. Shame. So, working our second caution of the night. It's a good time to remind you folks at home. We got great racing coming up here on JTN. Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series Action. It's the Chicagoland Thursday night. May 23rd. Chicagoland, 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Next week we head to Charlotte here with our friends of the Maverick Cup Series. 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for that one. And then we head to the Kansas Speedway on May 30th. Always a fun one with our friends at BSR from Kansas. 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Those races and much, much more. All going to be live right here only on JTN. Presented by SchemeHaven.com. Your new source for motorsports paint schemes and liveries. SchemeHaven.com. Encourage you to go check them out. Hopefully get the 1 to green this time by. So we'll line up. We'll try to do this again here, folks. See if we can conquer turn 1. Let's get ready to go racing. Green flag, we're back underway. Let's go wide. Alright, oh no. One around, Matt McIntyre. Buddy Campo's gonna slow up to avoid. We stay green? Single car spin, we stay green. Nick Gunther got the lead on the restart in the 55. First battle on tracks for this 4th spot. 89 of Phil Parker. 61 of McCrory. You get things sorted heading down into turn 1. Difference of opinions back here. We're going to be 3 wide, corner exit. 42 Dylan Young backed out of it. Going to be stuck in the middle. Kind of saying what you want to be in this early on in the race. Cam Smith going through by Herbert Solomon, making his first start since Richmond. Oh, Cam Smith is around into the tire barriers, up and over. And the 88 has retired. Oh, and the 61 just got spun by the 89. Oh, no, 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 no! Caution. Well, a couple things happened here, folks. Let's take you back first, see what happened with the 88, Cam Smith. Tragic end to the night for the driver of the 88. It's feeling pretty good. Coming into this race, top 10 qualifying effort. Gets loose there on the bottom, and shish kebab. Hopefully that driver is okay. And then Phil Parker just into the back of the 61 of McCrory. And here comes the 35. 77 of RJ gonna get caught up in it. Third caution of the night out here. Lap 11 of 100. We're on pace for, I think, like 25 cautions. For all you out there that care about those stats. The 61 caused the caution, not the 88. Or I guess the 89 getting into the 61 caused the caution. But I should say, it's usually not the driver that gets run over's fault for the yellow. Usually. Oh, okay. Alright, well, Cam, I'm glad you're okay. Keith Hughes gonna come down pit lane. Keith Hughes is paying his respects, it looks like, to Cam Smith. What? What's happening? Thank you, Cam. What was this about? Was this about anything? Who knows? Benjamin Snyder with LRG Live Reality Games paint scheme tonight. Give him a shout out. New sponsor on the car here this evening. Got the green going. Nick Gunther going to lead us back to the green flag in the 55. Again, working our third caution of the night. All right. Here we go. Let's go back racing. Lap 15 to 100. Here we go. Wide shot, just in case. You never know. We're 4 wide. Don't know why. All right, here we go. Oh my goodness! Caution! 4th time tonight. I don't know what that was. Go and find. Looks like the 222 of Gomez. Maybe some internet issues? Mark Snyder flipped. Would appear. Almost worried we had some fatalities. I didn't think we'd see this many barrel rolls at Gateway. Okay, so that's your 4th caution of the night. That's unfortunate. Folks, want to ask a good question. I want to ask a question. Yeah, out there, of course, we're outside of St. Louis. St. Louis is known as the gateway to the West. That's why you got this is Gateway, the racetrack, right? It's the Gateway 200. I wanted to ask you what your favorite arch is. The Lou, that's right. Those wonderful City Connect jerseys that the Cardinals have. If you're from St. Louis and you call this St. Louis the Lou, please let me know. It's like people with Detroit, they always want to call it, oh, it's the D. It's Detroit, dude. Let's call it Detroit. Actually, carries reliable public transit rules. Fair enough. Nick Gunther with control here for the restart, coming to lap 19 of 100. 55 got the lead on the restart. If Alexander Brown, pole sitter, can take it back here on the outside. Green flag, we're back racing. Top four now single file. Mercurio goes through for 5th, and then 86. Being dumped lap 1, turn 1. Oh, Kez Hiller, big time loose there. Got a paint scheme based on Matt Kemp's paint scheme from Flat Rock this past weekend in the ARCA race. Battle for 4th. Mercurio to the inside of Rodrigo. Completes the pass. Joshua Mercurio, silent but deadly this year. Always putting together good runs. Terrible luck, it seems like, each and every week, but maybe that luck's turning around. We talked about it the last couple weeks with him. Maybe, just maybe, his luck is starting to turn around here as the season changes. It's a little warmer outside. McCurry up in the marbles there. Going to lose a lot of time in that 61. Whoa. Out of line goes Solomon in the 048. Kez Hiller going to try to follow him through in the 131. Or 37, excuse me. Right, Kinsey right there behind the 137. Now trying to look to the inside. Maybe some warp there on that 137 car. This is the battle for the 10th spot, or in and around the 10th spot. Solomon slow there on the bottom, kind of holds up Kinsey. Hiller trying to take advantage on the outside. Momentum going to try to carry that 137. Here comes Kinsey now diving to the bottom. Great racing here at the back half of the top 10. This is the battle for the 9th spot. 8th spot. Woo doggy. Kinsey takes it. Tate Dorsey back up inside the top 10. Phil Parker trying to scratch and claw his way back into the top 10 as well. Up to 11th there in the 89. There's Tate Dorsey looking to the inside. Herbert Solomon in the 048. Oh, Parker now going by Herbert. Oh, Keshiller's around in turn 1. It turned back around Benjamin Snyder in the wall. We stay green. Battle for the lead starting to heat up. Alexander Brown starting to apply some pressure to Nick Gunther. Tristan Grace, Mike Carroll battling for the 13th spot. Carroll able to get by Herbert Solomon as well. Joshua Mercurio has gotten up onto the podium, now running in 3rd in the 86 car. Saw RJ Bishop there in the 77. Ooh, Gunther messed up a little bit there on entry to 1. This 59, if he runs a solid lap here, might have a shot in turn 3. Not quite able to do anything. Not quite. As these two start to battle, look out for this 86. Mercurio has fresher tires. Not by a lot, but fresher. It's our first long green flag run of the race. You might see that tire wear and degradation come into play. That's what makes great racing, folks, is tire wear. Don't you forget it. Might be seeing a good example of it here tonight at Gateway. Mercurio is there. Klon scratching his way at the gap here to the 2 leaders as Nick Gunther continues to lead. Gateway. Everything else pretty static. Trey Kinsey's gotten back up inside the top 5. Now running in 5th. Keith Hughes has fallen into 6th. Allison Rodrigo, Tate Dorsey going to be battling for position. Phil Parker into the wall. Mercury not giving him a lot of room. Don't know if that's payback by any means, but definitely no love lost there between these two after that previous incident. Tate Dorsey going on by Allison Rodrigo there in the 43 to take over the 7th spot. Here comes Mercurio looking for second to the inside of Alexander Brown off of turn 2. Down the back straightaway, that 86 car will take over position number 2. And he'll set his sights on Nick Gunther in the 55 in the race lead. Pit stops underway. That's Dylan Young in the 42 coming off the pit road. Haters coming up on Mark Snyder, put him a lap down. Nick Gunther, though, trying to just put a good race together. He's had some terrible luck the last few weeks. Things outside of his own control have kept him out of victory lane. A few occasions this season already. Benjamin Snyder now coming off pit lane in the 22. He's going to be merged right in front of these leaders. Not right in front of them, but they'll be next to catch him. Benjamin just trying to run all the laps here tonight. Talk about setting incremental goals for yourself. He's having some issues here. He's slow. Leader's going to have to swerve to avoid him. Here comes Mercurio, going to have a chance here to get to the bottom. Joshua Mercurio going to be side by side with Nick Gunther for the lead, heading down into turns 1 and 2 after the 22 was slow in turns 3 and 4, and Joshua Mercurio goes to the point for the first time tonight, working lap 37 of 100. Folks, that's a race highlight. 22 is still off the pace. Oh, Phil Parker. Hey, Mercurio. These two have been battling. Kind of kept my eyes on these two. Oh, Mercury into the side of Mark Snyder. Snyder's also very slow. Both of those Benjamin Snyder racing cars, Kia's very slow right now. Couldn't tell you why. Alexander Brown has kind of lost touch with the two race leaders in this 59, not having the long run speed on this car that they were looking for. Mercurio, though, out in front of the field. It's now the Joshua Mercurio show. He called his shot last week, folks. Keith Hughes coming off pit road in the 82. This was one of the cars that was up inside the top 10 pretty solidly. Expect Nick Gunther to have to come to pit lane here pretty soon. And the Brown has pit in the 59. Gets back up to speed. So, again, one of the first leaders to pit. Keith Hughes going to try to get around the second place car there. He's trying to make up as much time as he can. And here comes Nick Gunther down pit road. Looks like these drivers don't have to use the access road. So an important thing to note, don't make the mistake of using it because you'll lose a lot of time. And does Mercurio pit here or try to run it out of fuel? It's going to be the question. Pit cycles. We went about 25 laps since that last caution. We had so many yellows to start the race. Hard to kind of tell how many laps of fuel these drivers really used. I mean, you could say 44. It's definitely not. These cars that are pitting the first time. And Brown is back on pit road in the 59. Now getting released from the box. Oh, Mercurio still leads in the 86. All these cars that have already pit at least once tonight are kind of dominating your top 5 right now. Another thing a lot of them have in common, they've all been involved in incidents. Here to start this race. Keith Hughes, fresher tires there in the 82, trying to get his lap back. One of his 2 laps back, rather. Nick Gunther now down 2 laps. Hughes was able to hop him on pit road. So Keith Hughes 1 lap down. Nick Gunther now going to be 1 lap down. Mercurio continues to lead. 82 and 55 could be battling for who the leader will be at the end of this pit cycle. Nick Gunther going to be really aggressive that time into 3 and 4. Pressure tires by a few laps too on that 55 compared to the 82. That will come into play. Gunther gets on by Hughes. That's for the 9th spot, but believe that will cycle out to be for the race lead. Nelson Rodrigo around entry to pit road. He'll get that 43 car pointed back in the right direction. Going to lose a lot of time here, and the caution is out. Caution out here in the middle of the pit cycle. Oh boy. Yeah. See why we have a car. It looks like 35 runs into the back of the 43 as he's trying to pit. This is why you can't pit here off turn 4. That brings out the yellow. This changes everything. Mercurio's got to be laughing all the way to the bank. Right? Because all these cars that haven't pit so far, they'll be able to pit here. Bunch of cars going to have to take a wave around. But only 2 of them going to get back on the lead lap. Nelson Rodrigo has retired. We are letting a lot of cars go by right now, apparently. Yeah, Santiago Gutierrez is staying out in the 81. He was on the lead lap. So all these cars that are passing... I don't know. I'll let the admins figure it out. But they're... A lot of these cars shouldn't be back on the lead lap. And I have a feeling they're going to get back on the lead lap. Because, see, now they're going to be ahead of the leaders. Like, Nick Gunther should have been the lucky dog. Santiago's the race leader. We got cars a lap down that weren't a lap. I don't know. And that sucks. I expect Santiago to come down pit road. I want to see where everyone is timing and scoring wise, because I think... Yeah, these guys are all going to be back on the lead lap, and they shouldn't. Not all of them. A lot of them should have been trapped a lap down, right? Kind of waiting for our timing and scoring to update here in the booth. I don't know how so many guys gotta... So we had I feel like we had more cars 2 laps down when the caution came out. That should be a lap down now, but I feel like some guys got 2 laps back here, or... I don't know, whatever. We'll reset ya. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Joshua Mercurio is your race leader, though. Trey Kinsey going to be second for the restart. Tate Dorsey, Phil Parker, Anthony McCrory, Alexander Brown, Keith Hughes, RJ Bishop, Seth Cole, Nick Gunther. See, and now they're pitting, but they got a wave around, so they... Unless they're dropping to the back. Are they dropping to the back? Give them the benefit of the doubt. They dropping to the back, or are they pitting? They're pitting. Folks, I don't know. Maybe I'm going insane. Maybe I'm going crazy. Tony Irvin in chat with the question mark. Yeah. So it looks like we'll have 11 cars on the lead lap here when we go back green. That sounds right. Yeah, exactly, Matt. Wait around Angie gets a pit. That's awesome. Because they passed the pace car twice. A lot of these guys passed the pace car twice. No, you are not. Antonio, is that to me saying, am I crazy? I don't know. Or stupid? Maybe I said, I asked if I was stupid. I don't know. Everybody's a lucky talking St. Louis, I guess. Well, what was looking like a pretty good thing for Joshua Mercurio. I mean, got a lot of guys back on the lead lap, but traffic and tires and everything's a little jumbled up here. Mercurio gonna have control here for the restart. Coming to lap 54 of 100. Green flag. Back underway. Kinsey with a big send there on the outside into turns 1 and 2. Mercurio holding tough there on the bottom 80. Gonna pinch him on corner exit. Gonna get right on the quarter panel. They'll be in a drag race down the back straightaway into turn 3. Have to be careful. Kinsey in that 80. He's clear into 3 and 4. That's an aggressive move just past halfway in this race. Gotta love the nature that this 80 car drives with, always up pressing the attack button. That Xfinity Toyota out in front of this race, working lap 55. Oh, Mercurio. Almost cleaned his clock out. Bill Parker way up the track here in the 89. Allows Brown and Gunther to get to his inside. Alright, I think we've settled down. Maybe. Bill Parker losing track position. Tristan Grace back on the lead lap. Kes Hiller now back on the lead lap. We're adding laps back to cars now. Alexander Brown to the inside of McCrory for the third spot. At 59, loosey-goosey there, sliding up the racetrack. Try to take Nick Gunther with him in the 55. Gunther now will get on through. Joshua Mercurio is all over the back bumper of Trey Kinsey as the battle for third heats up with Nick Gunther to the inside of Alexander Brown. Now the competitor to that FedEx Dodge, their slogan is "What can Brown do for you?" And for FedEx, it's "Win races and drive up front." Because this 59 has been quick all year. Tristan Grace hard to the outside wall in turn 1 in that 300 car. Coming to this time to the line, we'll get 40 laps to go here from Gateway. Gunther completes the pass. You watch JTN's coverage of the Maverick Cup Series 2024 season. And we'll be live next week from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Patriotic race. Hopefully see a lot of cool liveries. There's Landy Pavlin now behind the wheel of the 048 car. It'll still say Herbert Solomon. But JLP now behind the wheel of the 048. So we got a driver swap here. Trey Kinsey still holding on to the lead. Traffic up ahead, green car, Benjamin Snyder, then it's JLP in the 048 now. Nick Gunther closing in on Mercurio for second, and Mercurio closing in on Kinsey for the lead. Entire conservation going to come into play here. Caution's out. And it took me too long to figure that out. It shouldn't have. But why is the caution out? Let's try to... Okay, so here's what happened. Tristan Grace, 300 car. He's gonna get loose here. Santiago Gutierrez, big contact. Caution flag. Lap 67. Tristan has retired. Boo. Pit stops here. Kinsey out of his box. Win the race off pit road. I think Nick Gunther going to gain a spot. Gets around Joshua Mercurio. Alexander Brown and Tate Dorsey round out your top 5 here on the pit lane. Tristan, if I let you in the booth, that's asking for trouble, isn't it? Will you be good? Because last time I had you with a hot mic, you swore a couple times, I believe. I'm an experienced commentator. What? Oh, he said one swear word. That's one too many. It's one too many. Getting ready to go back green. Coming to lap 69 of 100. Chat, you know what to do. Nick Gunther with control in the 55. Trey Kinsey had a pit penalty. And back away we go. Green flag once again here from Gateway. Thank you, Ryan. Gunther and Mercurio side by side once again here at the front of the field. 55 looking to clear, wasn't clear up just yet. Took a lot of racetrack, had to swerve to avoid making contact with that 86 car as they head down into turn 3. Mercurio doesn't want to be the bridesmaid once again here tonight at Gateway. Gets close to the wall there off of turn number 4. Drag race to the line. 55 has the spot for now. Heading down into turn 1. Gunther finally able to clear, but here comes Mercurio, going to go for the crossover. Looks to the inside now down the back straightaway. Here comes Joshua Mercurio in the 86. Mercurio on the bottom. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, now we're single file. Now we're calm. Alexander Brown with an aggressive move to try to get to the inside, and he did get to the inside of Joshua Mercurio. He'll clear the 86s into the wall. Heavy lick there for Mercurio. Now Brown takes over the second spot. He'll be right in behind Nick Gunther. 29 laps to go here, 28 and a half now from Gateway. And you're watching JTN's coverage of the Maverick Cup Series here live each and every Tuesday night. Hashtag Maverick Night in America. Make sure if you haven't already, drop a like on the video, subscribe, follow us, do all those things, help support us here on JTN. Can't thank you enough, as always, for tuning in. This field has gotten back into the waiting game, folks. Alexander Brown, big move to the inside. He's looking for the lead here off of turn number 2. Gunther stuck on the outside. The pole sitter wants the top spot once again here, but has a fight on his hands with Nick Gunther there, holding him tough on the outside. Gunther able to fend off the charge from Brown. Now Mercurio might have a shot to get by this 59 and retake the second spot. Tristan, I don't have a way to get you in here right now without crashing everything. I apologize. I don't know the password. Yeah, exactly. Top 3 under a blanket here from Gateway closing stages, Maverick Cup Series Gateway 200. Here from the World Wide Technology Raceway at Gateway Motorsports Park. There we go. There's the mouthful. I'm Joe. Here for JTN. Bristol on the cameras once again here tonight, doing an excellent job as always. Best dog producer in all of esports. Motivates like no boss I've ever had. I'm sorry, Tristan. It's Alexander Brown again, all over the back bumper of the 55. He's got to run. He's going to look to the outside this time, heading down into turn 3. Inside is the preferred line. 59 tried to send it. Gunther gonna clear up, slide job right in front of that 59, and now Brown gonna have to try a crossover here off of turn 4. Excellent battle for the race lead here, closing stages of the race. 59 all over the back bumper of the 55, heading down into turn 1. Oh boy, maybe some contact. That 59 was cooking it down into that first corner. They're all gonna get by Mark Snyder there in the 27. He stays out of the way, clips the wall. Mercurio into the wall off the corner, trying to keep up with this top 2. Bristol is still a good boy. He's always a good boy. It feels like this 59 car is marginally quicker down the 55 right now. Just not quick enough to complete the pass here. Working 20 laps to go from Gateway. Tanner Brown trying to find a way to get by Nick Gunther. Probably trying to cool off the tires a little bit here. Nick Gunther is trying to hold on, claim another victory. Looking to solidify a points lead that he's worked so hard to craft here in these first 9 races. Approaching that 10 lap to go mark that kind of gets you into this window. We talk about it, you know, no one wants a race to end under caution, but once you get to a certain point in the race, you get to that point of no return. Makes things a little bit easier for the leader, I'd like to say. You know, if the caution comes out with like 3 laps to go. There's a caution. We're under yellow. Oh boy. Let's see what actually happened. Okay. Got RJ Bishop going for a spin here in turn 4. Oh, yeah, Mark Snyder. That's why. So this sets us up for a very interesting run to the finish, doesn't it? Wouldn't you say? Hit 27 riding the wall there. And down and... That's tough. Ooh, pits everyone coming down pit road. Trey Kinsey's up inside the top 5. Down for the 80. So 2 tires, no tire. Well, you're definitely taking tires if you're pitting, but 4 tires, 2 tires. That's the call. Expect most of these drivers to elect to take 4. It's about who's going to take the risk. Try to gain some track position here. For a very critical restart. I don't think it's going to be our last one, though. The way these races like to play out. 4 tires in all the top 5. I think it's just going to be 4 tires for everybody. Race off pit road. Nick Gunther going to be able to win it. The top 5 stay stagnant. That's what I'm saying. Take 2. What's the problem? Take a chance. Take a chance on me. Are you folks ready? Are you ready for some fun here? We'll go back green with 11 laps to go. Nick Gunther with the lead. You ready to have some fun? Because we're about to have some fun. We're about to have a lot of fun. Only fun. Sport ender incoming. I hope not. Alright, folks. Nick Gunther is going to try to hold on to this victory here tonight. Scratching and clawing is Josh Mercurio there in third, and Alexander Brown looking for that first win. Was on the pole here tonight to start this race. Feels like he got snookered at one point out of that race lead. You know it. You just know it. A lot of stories at play here at the front of the field as the pace car is in. Gunther with control. Green flag. We're racing 11 laps to go, and Mercurio gonna make it. We're gonna make it 4 wide for the lead heading down into turn 1. Oh, Trey Kinsey with the send of a lifetime there on the outside. Nick Gunther with the preferred line. He'll pull away with the lead, but Kinsey went from 4th to 2nd in a set of corners. Gunther way up the track. Here comes Kinsey in the 80. Couldn't tell you why we were 4 wide for the lead, but I can tell you we're at our 10 laps to go, presented by Death Craver, available now on Amazon. Nick Gunther craving a victory here tonight in this 55-minute dominant performance from this team. I know, Zach, I know. Ray Kinsey is all over the back bumper of this 55 and Nick Gunther, and he's trying to find a way around the guy that has been the fastest here tonight. He's been the most consistent. Kinsey, though, one of the most aggressive. He's in that 80 car. He is pushing for the race lead. A lot of times, folks, you hear the word aggressive when we talk about a sim racer or a race car driver, and you think, oh, he's not being very nice. That's not a nice thing to say about something. There's nothing wrong with being aggressive, because the best race car drivers are aggressive, but they're smart about where they use their aggression. Kinsey trying to put that last piece to the puzzle together to try to seal the deal and win here tonight at Gateway. 6 laps to go. Nick Gunther out in front. He's won multiple times. Kinsey trying to get that first win on the year. Oh, that's... no. Mercurio collected up in it. Caution gonna be out here. And folks, that's why you don't say anything about the drivers. That is why you don't say a damn thing about the race car drivers. Because you always jinx them. Never fails. Never fails. Saw it live, get the replay of it here. Kinsey just too hot on entry, had to woe up to not run over the 55. Yeah, I am. That's a tough way to end the night for the 80 team. Well, it doesn't end the night. Gonna come down, take some tires. Mercurio gonna do the same. They'll salvage a good finish. Kinsey's so good on the restarts. But, definitely, we'll, ruin the chances at a victory. I respect the send as well. So, I think we're going to get a green, white, checkered finish here, folks. Nick Gunther has to not blink. Keith Hughes sits there in third, Tate Dorsey in fourth, so a pair of rivals on the second row here for the restart. Oh, man. Talk about things getting exciting here at the end. Let's see. Expect pace car lights out when we get to the line. Alright. Green, white, checkered finish, folks. Green, white, checkered finish. Will we finish? That's the question. Oh, boy. Is anyone going to have anything for Nick Gunther here on this restart? Going to have the restart of a lifetime on the bottom. Hungry Cat's behind him. Defending series champion Keith Hughes, who's outside Alexander Brown. Tate Dorsey there in 4th. Hopefully Tate doesn't end this race like he started it. Okay, Jay, I don't know. Folks, this is going to be a fun one. This is going to be a fun one. 2 laps to go. The pace car is in. Nick Gunther with control for the restart. And back away we go. Green, white, checkered finish here from Gateway. We're back underway. 2 laps to go. Oh my god. There's a parking lot in turn 1. We'll get you a replay of that. Is Alexander Brown going to go into the inside wall? Heavy lick there for the 59. He's out of contention for this race. Battle is on for second. Tate Dorsey takes the spot. Way up the racetrack, and here comes Mercurio and Kinsey. White flag, 1 lap to go for Nick Gunther. Tate Dorsey there in second, trying to get to the 55. Kinsey and Mercurio trying to find a way around Keith Hughes. They're going to go 3 wide. They're going to make some contact. They're rubbing fenders heading down into turn 3. Kinsey with a send. Way up the racetrack. Hughes has to go up there to try to chase away. Mercurio going to go through for 3rd. It's all for naught, though. Nick Gunther going to win the race. Tate Dorsey going to finish 2nd. In a drag race to the line. Photo finish. Keith Hughes takes 3rd. I don't think these two are ever happy with each other. All right. Well, let's see that restart incident, because I think it was Seth Cole just getting into the back of Kez Hiller. Yeah, good finish. Good finish to the race. Yeah, there's just right into the back of him. And here's the contact. The 59 is on the bumper of the 55, and you gotta... That's one of those things, is you're pushing the issue. If you're that second place car, you're trying to get as much speed, and the rational side of your brain that probably would tell you get off of his bumper isn't talking at that point. You're trying to find a way around him, and it costs Alexander Brown. You see the wreck there. Then what happens here with the 59? Tate Dorsey got a great run down the back straightaway to get around Keith Hughes, too, for 2nd. But Nick Gunther will bring it around. He's your winner here in the Gateway 200. He's smoking for some reason already. With that DW engine in it, apparently. Nick Gunther, your race winner here tonight from Gateway. It's apparently very difficult to do burnouts with this setup. We'll move on to our post-race coverage. Get to your results on your screens momentarily. We'll talk with Nick Gunther, Tate Dorsey, Keith Hughes. Let's go ahead and start by talking to the driver of the number 82, Keith Hughes. Keith, you got a copy?
I got you.
All right, 3rd place finish, podium photo finish. You had the 86 and the 80 right on your tail there that last lap. How'd you hold both those guys off?
They were beating the doors off each other because of the last wreck, and Trey just got a little aggressive in the corner and slid up, and I was able to drive off the corner for being up high I'm surprised they didn't get wrecked. But
I was gonna
they
say,
were just heated, and
Yeah.
I think that helped.
I was gonna say you seemed like you kind of knew that 80 was gonna give it a big send down there into the corner. Would that be a accurate assessment?
Yeah, I mean, he was trying to get back the spots that he
Yeah.
lost from spinning out. He was fast all night, and just didn't end up working out for him. And I understand the frustration.
No, I think we've all been there too, and obviously not the night that either of those guys were looking for, but third place finish, right? It was I don't know how to classify this night for you in this 82 team. It felt a little weird though. I mean, kind of back half of the top 10 it felt like for most of the race, and then obviously the pay window opens and you guys always come to the front. How do you is that how you'd kind of sum up your night, or am I completely off base?
I was just bad tonight. I was slow. I told Tate before the race, before he lost talent lap 1. I mean, come on.
That was
first
bad.
lap.
That was
first
bad.
Lap, I mean, you got all day to practice, and you send it in one lap and just take somebody else. That's just bad. I mean, that's just no talent right there. Anyway, enough about Tate. But I told him before the race, I said, if I get a top 5, I'll be happy because I am slow. I couldn't do much. And then everybody just wrecked right in front of me, and I was able to keep it clean. Taking it home and not have to do much repairs to it. So that's nice.
Hey, that's always a plus here on Tuesday nights. But Keith, man, congratulations on the podium finish here tonight. Before we let you go, I want to give you the opportunity. Great looking race car as always. Got a code to give out to folks as well. Floor is yours. You know what to do.
Yep. I appreciate Maverick for putting the race on, JTN for broadcasting. Shout out to MOT Home League, and I need to thank my wife and kids for allowing me to race. It's pretty fun. And if you join Visible with the code VJCRB, you can get $20 off of your first month, a free hotspot, and as always, it is faster than Xfinity 10G.
Did you know Xfinity 10G is made up?
It's still faster than that. Like, it's not as fast as Matt's Wi-Fi. Matt has like 600 gigs, and Spectrum is terrible.
Right.
So if I could find his, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's TDS. I'll get a shout out to TDS.
Okay.
Their fiber internet is really fast, but they're not available around me. So if you got TDS, get them instead of Charter.
Throwing all the strays. Keith, congratulations on the third place finish here tonight, man. Always a pleasure to get the opportunity to talk with you. Congrats on a great run, and can't thank you enough for your time.
All right, see you later.
Keith Hughes, driver number 82, your third place finisher here tonight. Let's go ahead and next bring in our second place finisher down on the grid. Driver number 6, started 6th, finished 2nd, ran over somebody on lap 1. Tate Dorsey. Tate, you got a copy?
I got a copy.
I had to throw that in there. What were you thinking?
Well, first off, I just want to agree with Keith. He is slow. So
Okay, all right.
Clear the air there. But
Okay.
I don't know. I did my practice as my qualifying laps, and I was like, okay, you can send it to turn 1 pretty good. And then I just sent it too much. And it was like, as well as where you get on the brakes and you're just like, you're in control, but it's like, I'm going to hit him. Just accept that. So luckily it didn't seem like it damaged him too much. Mercury, if you're watching, my bad again. Because I don't want to do that, obviously. But
And so obviously we have Tate's tips all over the track, right? Is that
right?
Are you gonna add that one? if you're gonna run somebody over, commit to it. Is that a new Tate tip?
It would be, but I don't know if Maverick is ready for the commit to it part. They're already pretty good at that.
Is that the advanced tip, like the advanced level learning?
Yeah, I'll have to make those like a different color or something.
Okay, fair enough. Second place run though for you in the 6th team tonight. Obviously late race shenanigans there, and calamity, chaos, whatever you want to call it. But how'd you manage to pull off that pass there on the outside through 1 and 2? Because you got a hellacious run down the back straightaway into 3 and 4 coming to the light.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but I found out throughout the race I could brake really late into 1 and 3. So I would gain on entry really good, but it kind of killed my exit, so I could get under people, and just couldn't quite complete the pass. But I sent it in there and it stuck, which was nice. And obviously being on the outside, you get a little bit of a run. And I was hoping Nick would get loose or something, but I was a little too far back to go for a send.
Dude's a robot, man. I don't know. Just consistent.
Yes. Yeah. I gained on him a little bit out of last lap. It's too late. He also was probably making sure he didn't wreck.
Fair enough. But hey, man, Tate, congratulations. Great run here tonight. Second place finish. Before we let you go, I want to give you the opportunity. Great partners, as always, behind you in this 6th team. Floor is yours. You know what to do.
Yeah, thanks to JTN. Sorry I couldn't make the profile picture, whatever it's called, of the video true. Saw my car in there, looked real nice. Shout out to my wife for, being okay with me racing and not hanging out with her tonight. And Maverick, Mott, ISRL, Fuel, Fast, all the leagues that I race in. It's just fun out here. I like turning left and going fast. I'll leave the right stuff alone. Not my favorite, but I'll do it if we have to. But yeah, thanks to JTN again. You guys do a good job. So.
Well, appreciate it, Tate. Appreciate your time after this one. Again, congratulations on the 2nd place run. Always fun to get to pick your brain after these races. And man, hope we're talking with you again soon. Good luck next week at Charlotte.
Thanks. I'll probably beat Keith again. See you later.
All right. Tate Dorsey, driver, the number 6. 2nd place finisher here tonight from Gateway. Let's go ahead and finally head on down to victory lane and talk with the driver of the number 55. Leads a race high 63 laps. Nick Gunther. Nick, you got a copy?
Hey, Joe. What's up? Just only you today, huh?
Yeah, only me. But hey, it felt like only you at the front of the field. How'd you manage to dominate this race?
I actually don't know. I feel like we had a pretty decent start, and I think I just managed to take advantage of my somehow being fast, but also taking care of the tires somehow. I really don't know how good I am at doing that for some reason. It seems like for some reason I just always get better as the run goes on, and I just happen to somehow just get myself leading the pack still after I feel like I'm pushing the tires all the way around.
How tough is it at this track, maybe compared to some of the others that have been on the schedule this year, to save the tires, especially considering the differences between 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4?
Ooh, it's actually kind of hard to explain, especially since you got a couple of other people really breathing down your neck while you're trying to keep your wheel as straight as possible within the corners. Because the more you turn the wheel and the lower the steering ratio you get, the more your tires are gonna burn. You're gonna turn more, but you're gonna burn your stuff up a little bit quicker. I mean, I was just trying to do my best to let the throttle do the work, and thankfully the looseness with the braking actually kind of worked out in the end for us. Actually, we were actually able to get the car to rotate without turning the wheel so much.
Well, Nick, again, another great run for you in this 55 team tonight. Congratulations on the big win here at Gateway. Obviously helping with that points lead too, I believe. So
I'm not leading the points.
You're
Joe.
not? Why?
Nope.
Why do I think you're leading the points?
Because you always see me running up front.
I guess.
Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe you should try to lead the points.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
It's on my to-do list.
But here's the thing. When I say things, they don't happen. So maybe tell me not to say you're leading the points?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Let's just say I'm not leading the points.
Let's just say you're up there in points. How about that?
That might also not... That actually might be even worse, because what if I'm going to be down 6th, 7th, 8th in points now?
Oh, yikes.
No, I'm 3rd in points. Don't worry about
Okay,
it.
all right, fair enough. But Nick, great run again here tonight, man. Congratulations on that. Before we let you go, though, I want to give you the opportunity. Great partners behind you, great partners on the car, great folks supporting you. The floor is yours. You know what to do.
Yeah, I'm just very thankful to bring the Fortnite Squad Racing team once again to another victory lane, bring this 55 car back into victory lane where it belongs. We got Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, of course, promoting him in that Disney series that should have been better than Mickey Mouse to begin with. Disney Speedstorm on the car. We got Coca-Cola, my YouTube channel, MindiQ787B. We got Polyphony Digital on the board. We got my company, PEI Genesis. We're doing pretty good stuff there. And well, I got to thank, of course, the people that race around me. I know we kind of got scrappy at some points during the race. I mean, a lot of people were doing pretty well there. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. Well,
Nick, again, congratulations on the big win here tonight. Again, as always, a pleasure getting the opportunity to talk with you, pick your brain after these races. Glad to see the bad luck kind of turn to good luck once again tonight. Congratulations on the win. Can't thank you enough for your time, and good luck next week at Charlotte.
That's what happens when you have a lucky rabbit on the car.
hey, Oswald. I don't know. Like you said, maybe he should have been bigger than Mickey. Who knows?
Yeah,
maybe in another universe.
Maybe in another universe.
Thanks, Nick.
All right. Thanks, Joe.
Nick Gunther, driver of the number 55, your race winner here tonight from Gateway. Folks, that's going to wrap up our coverage here on JTN. Make sure if you haven't already, drop a like on the video and subscribe. Again, doing so helps support us so much here on JTN. Can't thank you enough for tuning in as always. Make sure you follow us on our social media at JoeTowNetwork. We are on X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. We're on all the platforms. You can follow us there. Clips, highlights, bunch of different stuff gets posted on the different social feeds. Also, go check out Track and Turf. Right here on YouTube. New episode of the Fake Racers podcast came out yesterday. Encourage you to go check that out. We got it pinned in the live stream chat. With all that being said, though, folks, for all of us here at JTN, for Bristol, our producer, I've been Joe Twansky. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time live right here on JTN. So long for now, folks.
3 wide for second, but Sean Whitehill is going to bring it home and win the race at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Ricky J closing up off turn 4. He's going to have a run to the inside. He blocks into the grass. Checkers out. Hardy wins it.
Ricky, what's going on in your brain right now?
Yeah, putting on 4 big rubber shoes and 2 gallons of, not 2 gallons, 2 cans of exploding dino juice here, Joe.
Down to the tunnel turn. These guys are throwing it through there and around to the back.
No.
To the wall, as well as RJ Bishop. Down in front of Keith Hughes. Oh, no! Big miss. RJ Bishop. Oh, my God.
Oh,
Ricky
big
J,
wreck.
big crash into the wall.
Oh,
the leaders
no.
have wrecked. Ricky J is upside down. Magoo is hard in the wall. Tyler Mallon escapes with no damage. Everybody else in this main group, including Nelly, is junk.
Through the north chute they'll go. The 24's into the wall. Almost contact there. The 10 with the shallow entry into turn 4. It's going to be a drag race down the front straightaway. Folks, the 24's in the wall. They make contact. Turn around. Navik goes on through the flip. Rich Navik's going to win the